Hello there, this is Johannes. So, as I've mentioned before in the channel, I think that we have all been caught up by the Instagram versions of how to take photos, shooting in a vertical manner. And sometimes it's really hard to get your subjects to be inside the frame of this 4x5 vertical ratio. So today I'm going to show you how you sometimes, if you need a little more space to get the whole subject to fit inside the 4x5 radio, that you can shoot in horizontal, normal way to shoot with the camera, just holding it straight, and merge these photos together and get the whole subject inside your frame with the 4x5 radio. So this is really easy, and you can do this in Lightroom, and I will show you this now. So let's jump into Lightroom really quick. So here we are in Lightroom, and I have a couple of simple examples I will show you. So this is one of the photo merges that I already did, and you can see I have all of the maple church framed here. Although I used a 20mm lens, I could not fit the whole church in the frame when shooting vertical. So what I did instead was simple to shoot 3 photos horizontally, starting from the bottom and then angling the camera a bit up for each snap I did. And you can see if I was to crop one of these photos, this would not really work, as I will lose too much of the surroundings to make the photo interesting. So if we just go back, we will really quick merge the 3 photos to one, and then we will get a little more room to work with. So what you do is you click on the first photo and you hold Shift and then click on the last to select them all. Then we just right click on the last photo and we go to Photo Merge here in the menu. You can see the preview when the screen loads up, and if it doesn't work for you, you can mess around with the different projections, but usually perspective works great. I sometimes play with the boundary warp, but it depends on the photo. Fill edges can work sometimes, but not really here, and that is okay. If I needed to recover the area, I would take the photo to Photoshop, but we do not need that because what we want is simply the 4x5 vertical shot for Instagram, so we will crop the image anyway. So when you click merge, Lightroom will do its magic and you get a new photo you can crop and edit. And the great thing here is it remembers the data from the files. So if you, like me, like to use the correction features in Lightroom, you can still do this. The auto align function might fuck up sometimes, so you can try to see if it works. But I recommend you do this manually if you need to correct the alignment of the photo. After this, all there's left to do is to color correct and do some adjustments, and you end up with a photo like this. So you might be thinking, that's great, Johannes, but couldn't you just have moved a bit back before taking the photo and then capture the whole church? And if you thought of this, then you are not as stupid as you look. No. So if you thought about this, then you are a wise fellow, because yeah, in this case I could have done this, but in several other cases you might not be able to do this. So I have another example here why I am standing close to a wall, so I cannot move any further back. And then the 20mm lens is not wide enough to capture the whole church. As you can see, if we crop just one horizontal photo to 4x5, we lose too much surroundings again, like before. And this time I also took a vertical shot just for you to see. And you can see this is also too tight if I want to use this in a 4x5 crop. So luckily I thought of this and took a couple of horizontal shots standing in the same spot, but angling the camera to frame the whole subject when I composite the photos. Again, we have 3 photos to merge. My experience is that you can merge between 2 and 3 photos before it starts to look weird, but you can try for yourself to see if you can merge more. And again, we select all 3 photos and right click and go to Photo Merge. I'll adjust the warp to my likings and we hit merge. We then let Lightroom do its thing and we get a new image which works a lot better than any of the ones I took. So slap on the adjustments and you have a killer wide 4x5 shot of the marble church with or without the replaced sky. I also did this inside the church to show off the whole interior, and here again this works really great. Hey, please make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment, and also subscribe if you found this video to be helpful in any way. It really helps a lot to get my channel out here and to get more people to see these videos that I use a lot of time to make. So I would really appreciate if you would do this. All that's left to say now is goodbye and take care, and I will see you around in the next video.